I'm going to show you how I made this super awesome bathing suit using this $2 fabric. Let's get into it. So as usual, I put my fabric on the ground. I grab what it is that I want to use as my pattern. I'm using a training bra as my pattern, and I want to make a one sleeve bathing suit. So I use some fabric chalk and I mark out my pattern on the fabric. Right now I'm taking some really sharp scissors and I'm slowly but gently cutting my pattern. I doubled this pattern because I wanted it to be fairly thick and the fabric is fairly thin. Right about now I'm cutting out the armhole. I am taking my time and I am just going ahead slowly and gently cutting out my bathing suit top. So now that I've cut out my top, I'm fitting it onto my body to see if I'm comfortable, if it fits well, and if I'm comfortable with the length. It fits perfect, so that's wonderful. I'm cutting out some straps because I will have some straps draping from one side of the bathing suit to the back. So I'm cutting out my two straps. I'm cutting them at about 2 inches thick. Now I'm moving on to my bathing suit bottom. I'm using an old bathing suit that I have as the pattern, and I just lay it on the fabric. I'm doubling it as well. I lay it on the fabric and I'm using some fabric chalk to mark out the pattern. I'm using a 1-inch seam allowance. If you don't know what the seam allowance is, it's just cutting the fabric a little bigger than your pattern so that you can have enough space to stitch the fabric. Right about now, I am cutting out the pattern that I drew. It's hard for you to see it, but if you are close enough to the fabric, you can see. I'm throwing away the excess fabric. Right about now, I'm just going to finish cutting out my pattern. Right here, I'm showing you all my pieces of fabric laid out. I have my top, my bottom, and I have 5 pieces of straps because I'll be using 5 pieces for the entire bathing suit. Right here, I'm just stringing my machine. Now I've taken my top to the machine and I'm slowly stitching it. I'm not pulling on the fabric, I'm letting the machine glide the fabric through as I am stitching on it. I'm doing the top seam, then I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom seam. Now I'm going ahead and I'm stitching the straps together. I fold them in half and I'm just stitching along the seam line. I want to have really thin straps, so that's the reason why I did it this way. Now I'm cutting away at the excess fabric on the straps. Now I'm turning my top inside out so I can stitch along the bottom. Now I'm adding my straps to the top of the bathing suit, to the front that is. I'm just using the scissors to poke through the hole because it's a little tight. Then I take it to the machine and I just stitch it. It's not a big stitch, it's a very small stitch, but I stitch it multiple times to ensure that it's secure. Now I'm stitching along the bottom of the bathing suit top because I want it to look seamless and professionally done. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to making my clothes. Now I'm doing a quick fit check to ensure that it fits me perfect. I love how it fits. It has a little excess fabric, which is perfect. And then I'm going to cinch the top to show you how it's going to look when it's done. Perfection. Now I'm taking it back to the machine and I'm stitching along the side of it so I can close that gap. Perfect. I'm marking out where it is that I want my straps to fit, marking it on both sides. Then I'm going to take it back to the machine. I'm pinning it right here. Pin it in place on both straps. Then I'm stitching it on the machine, stitching where I pinned. I'm giving it a proper stitch to ensure that the straps are properly attached to the bathing suit, and when I pull on it, it won't just fall apart. Now I'm pinning the zipper to the back of the bathing suit because I like my bathing suit to be very fitted and I don't like them to be stretchy at the bottom, so I'm putting a zipper so it can be fitted, but I still have some give. I've mastered the art of installing zipper into my clothes. I've installed zipper into everything. Now that the zipper is in, I'm doing a quick little check to see how it fits, and it fits like perfection. Boobs are sitting real nice, looks really good. Now it's time for me to move along to the bottom of the bathing suit. This won't take very long, just like 2 or 3 stitches. So I'm just stitching both sides together, gently gliding it through the machine, not pulling on the fabric, just allowing the machine to do all the work. And I'm doing the other side, gently doing the same thing that I did before, just gently gliding it through. Now I'm hemming the bottom of the bathing suit to ensure that it looks, professionally done and seamless. Right here I'm adding a zigzag stitch to ensure that if one stitch breaks, it's still good. Now I'm adding the straps to the bottom of the bathing suit so I can tie it around my waist. This can be a little tricky to find the hole sometimes, so I reach for my scissors and they're on perfectly fine, looking good. I'm ensuring that they're even, so I'm just clipping off any excess fabric and it's looking fantastic. I'm adding the second one and the bathing suit is done. This looks like something I bought for a lot of money. Looks really good. Thank you guys for watching. Have a super awesome day and I'll see you in my next one.